Let me begin with a question that many women have quietly wondered about but rarely ask out loud. Have you ever been with a man who seemed genuinely enthusiastic about giving oral pleasure and found yourself wondering what was really motivating him? Not just physically, but psychologically. Why does he seem so invested? Why does he initiate it? Why does he appear to enjoy it as much as, or sometimes even more than, other forms of intimacy? These questions matter because when there is no clear explanation, insecurity often fills the gap. Women begin questioning themselves, questioning their desirability, or questioning what their partner is truly thinking. Today, we're going to explore the science, psychology, and emotional dynamics behind this intimate behavior. By the end of this conversation, you'll understand why so many men find deep satisfaction in it, and what that can reveal about attraction, connection, confidence, and emotional intimacy within healthy relationships. Before we go any deeper, it is important to remove the discomfort and confusion that often surrounds this topic. Oral intimacy is not some unusual behavior practiced by a small group of couples. It is one of the most common forms of sexual expression among adults in committed and casual relationships alike. Yet despite how common it is, many women still carry doubts about it. Some worry about how they look. Others worry about their natural scent, their body, or whether their partner genuinely enjoys the experience. These concerns can create anxiety during moments that are supposed to feel safe and pleasurable. What makes this unfortunate is that many of these fears are built on assumptions rather than reality. The truth is often far more positive than people imagine. To understand why so many men enjoy giving oral pleasure, we first need to understand what is happening beneath the surface, both biologically and psychologically, because the reasons are far deeper than most people realize. To understand this more clearly, we need to look at what happens inside the brain during intimate experiences. Many people assume pleasure is only about receiving stimulation, but neuroscience shows that giving pleasure can be rewarding as well. When a man is actively focused on his partner's enjoyment, his brain releases powerful chemicals associated with satisfaction, motivation, and emotional connection. One of these is dopamine, often called the reward neurotransmitter. It creates feelings of accomplishment and reinforces behaviors that the brain interprets as meaningful. At the same time, physical closeness encourages the release of oxytocin, a chemical linked to trust, bonding, and attachment. These biological responses help explain why many men report feeling emotionally fulfilled when they know their partner is enjoying herself. Rather than viewing intimacy as a one-sided experience, the brain often treats mutual pleasure as a shared reward. This means that giving pleasure can become deeply satisfying, both emotionally and psychologically for many men. Biology explains part of the story, but psychology reveals something equally important. For many men, intimacy is closely connected to the feeling of being able to satisfy and care for the person they desire. When they see positive emotional and physical responses from their partner, it often strengthens their sense of confidence and connection. Psychologists sometimes describe this as a form of giving-oriented intimacy, where fulfillment comes not only from personal pleasure, but from contributing to someone else's experience. In these moments, attention becomes completely focused on the partner. There are few distractions, few competing thoughts, and a strong sense of engagement. This can create a powerful feedback loop. The more connected a man feels to his partner's enjoyment, the more rewarding the experience becomes for him emotionally. That is one reason many men are enthusiastic participants rather than reluctant ones. Their satisfaction is often linked to the knowledge that they are helping create a meaningful and pleasurable experience together. Another important psychological factor is trust. Intimacy at this level requires vulnerability from both people. One partner is allowing themselves to be seen, accepted, and cared for in a very personal way, while the other is offering attention, focus, and effort without distraction. For emotionally healthy couples, this exchange often strengthens the bond between them. It communicates acceptance, desire, and closeness in a way that words sometimes cannot. Relationship researchers frequently find that couples who feel emotionally secure with one another tend to report higher levels of satisfaction in both their emotional and physical connection. This is because trust and intimacy reinforce each other. The more connected two people feel, the more comfortable they become sharing vulnerable experiences. For many men, participating in this kind of closeness is not simply about physical pleasure. It is also about feeling connected, valued, and emotionally near to someone they genuinely care about, which makes the experience meaningful on multiple levels. There is also a powerful element of curiosity involved that many people rarely discuss. Human attraction is naturally linked to exploration, discovery, and learning about a partner over time. For many men, intimacy is not just about physical contact. It is about understanding what makes their partner respond, what brings them comfort, and what creates pleasure for them personally. Every individual is different, and discovering those differences can feel deeply engaging. Men who are attentive and invested often view intimacy as a shared experience rather than a routine act. They pay attention to reactions, preferences, and subtle cues because they genuinely want to understand their partner better. This process of learning can become rewarding in itself. It creates a feeling of connection and participation that goes beyond physical attraction alone. In many cases, a man's enthusiasm comes from the opportunity to make his partner feel understood, appreciated, and cared for in a way that feels personal, meaningful, and uniquely tailored to her. One of the most significant reasons many men enjoy this form of intimacy is that a partner's pleasure can become part of their own arousal. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as shared or mirrored excitement. In simple terms, seeing someone you care about experience enjoyment often intensifies your own emotional and physical response. For many men, the sounds, expressions, and reactions of their partner create a powerful sense of connection that enhances attraction. This is not about performance or ego alone. It is about participating in a moment where both people are emotionally engaged with each other. The experience becomes interactive rather than one-sided. Her enjoyment reinforces his desire, and his attention reinforces her enjoyment, creating a cycle of mutual responsiveness. This dynamic helps explain why many men seem genuinely invested in their partner's pleasure. Rather than viewing it as something they do only for someone else, they often experience it as an activity that strengthens attraction, deepens connection, and increases their own satisfaction simultaneously. Now we need to address one of the biggest obstacles to intimacy for many women: insecurity. In clinical settings and personal conversations alike, countless women admit that they struggle to relax during intimate moments because their minds become filled with self-criticism. They worry about their appearance, their body, their natural scent, or whether their partner is judging them in ways that are often completely imagined. The problem is that anxiety changes the body's ability to experience pleasure. When stress levels rise, muscles become tense, attention shifts away from sensation, and the mind begins focusing on perceived flaws instead of connection. This creates a cycle where insecurity prevents enjoyment, and the lack of enjoyment reinforces insecurity. What many women fail to realize is that their partner is often focused on closeness, attraction, and connection, rather than the flaws they are worried about. Learning to trust your partner's desire and allowing yourself to be present can dramatically improve both confidence and overall intimacy. Another topic that deserves attention is how women view their own bodies. Research consistently shows that a woman's perception of her body can have a major impact on her sexual satisfaction and overall confidence. Interestingly, many women judge themselves far more harshly than their partners ever do. They compare themselves to unrealistic standards, assume something is wrong with them, or worry that they are somehow different in a negative way. In reality, human anatomy naturally varies from person to person. Differences in appearance, shape, and characteristics are completely normal. Most partners who are genuinely attracted to you are not searching for imperfections. They are focused on the connection they feel with you. This is why developing a healthier self-image can be so transformative. Confidence allows you to be present rather than distracted by self-doubt. The more comfortable you become with your own body, the easier it becomes to receive pleasure, trust intimacy, and enjoy experiences without constantly questioning whether you are enough. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want you to remember one important truth. When a man genuinely enjoys giving oral pleasure, it is often about far more than the physical act itself. Biology, psychology, emotional bonding, curiosity, attraction, and shared pleasure all play a role. For many men, these experiences create feelings of closeness, satisfaction, and connection that strengthen the relationship as a whole. That is why it is important not to let insecurity rewrite reality. If your partner shows enthusiasm, affection, and genuine interest, trust what you are seeing instead of assuming hidden negative thoughts exist. Healthy intimacy thrives when both people feel accepted and valued. You deserve to experience pleasure without shame, connection without fear, and intimacy without constant self-criticism. Your body is not something that needs to be perfected before it can be loved. It is already worthy of care, desire, and appreciation. The more you embrace that truth, the more fulfilling and emotionally connected your intimate relationships can become.